Okay, so this thing's telling me that I'm streaming live. I'm gonna take one more sip to see if it actually was. Not that that's gonna tell me. I'm gonna have to watch this afterwards. Hi, I'm Steve Gardner, or Stephen Gardner, depending on the context. We'll go with either one tonight. I am here to test the live streaming capability of Restream, which allows me to test here and here. Haha, I see what I did there. What that means is that I can test on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. And if I go to those pages, I don't see me on Facebook right now, and that's okay. That's all right. I'm going to test using the phone. I don't want to bore everyone here. Just a few of you. There's some of you. I'm fine if you're bored, but most of you I'd rather not do that too. At any rate, I don't know if it's showing up on Facebook yet or not. Some of you, if you can hear me, see, I did this once before and I couldn't be heard. I couldn't hear me. Now, some of you think, haha, he couldn't hear himself speak. Haha, he couldn't hear the sound of his own voice. Haha. Yeah, so you've had your moment. I've admitted it. So I'm going to, this is a test because on Thursday, March 4th at 7:00 p.m. Story night comes back. This is not story night right now. This is just night. If you can see behind me, I got to figure out a way to hang that up a little better. So we are going to we're going to have another story night. The theme is take a hike. If you've got a story, let me know. You can either message me here. You can send me an email at, go to storynight.org and there's a box there you can click on. It's easier than just telling you. And also, or if you want to call me, if you have my number and you want to call me, text me something, whatever, message me on Facebook. I tend to respond to all of those. I don't want you to leave unentertained. I don't want you to leave without any value. Today is March 1st, 2021. On this date, 3 years ago, we closed on our house. Woohoo! The house we're living in. And oh man, did you see that Saturday Night Live skit about the new middle-aged man's fantasy, looking at Zillow and Redfin? I'm there, dude. That's me. Looks like this is showing up on both channels, which I think that's great. And I'm trying to be better about using and in other words, I don't want to use it more. Unlike most people, I want to use it less. On March 1st, 1910, who was it that was born? Oh, David Niven, who shows up in a book called The Splendid and the Vile. I took a picture of the cover so I could show it here. It is a book about the bombings in London in World War II. So if you can see that book cover, or if I can get the reflection of the ring light in the book. That's not happening. Okay, well, never mind. It's all I could get earlier. Splendid and Vile. He makes a cameo in that book. It's a really interesting book. Eric Larson is a fantastic author. I've read a couple of books of his. One was about Germany as Hitler was coming to rise, and another one about that told the story of two events that were going on at the same time in Chicago. One was there was a serial killer killing lots of people, and the Chicago World's Fair was going on at that time. And yeah, the good time for that. Also, 1904 was born Glenn Miller, the big band leader. Was a big favorite of my dad's. I wonder how Glenn Miller's doing these days. I thought I'd just test this thing. I've probably gone on longer than I need to, and I think it worked this time. If I can play back the video and hear myself, it worked. And I'm probably going to test it one more time. I'm going to have somebody join me on a test, somebody you may know if you've ever watched Story Night, and we'll test it, and we'll prove the concept. In the meantime, I need storytellers, as I don't have a story for taking a hike. Well, I got a lot of them, but you don't want to just hear from me. So I'm going to reach out and find some other folks to tell stories, because we're still doing this online, even though we can't do it live. We will hike to the Cloverleaf one of these days and hear some more stories. But for now, this is where we are in this beautiful bedroom. I'm in Port Orchard. A lot of you are in Bremerton, and some of you aren't even from here. I've never been here. That's the beauty of doing this online. I'd still rather do it live. I love all of you who aren't from here, but I'd still rather do it live. And I think most people will agree that's better. Anyway, I love you. Take care.